Tayo lit the lamp for Providence on January 22nd against the Northeastern Huskies to cut a 2-0 lead to a 2-1 lead. After that, across their schedule, Northeastern, no, that's not a mistake, 43 goals in a row. They scored 2 more against Providence that day, 5 against them the next day, 2 against UConn, 5 against Merrimack, 6 against Merrimack, 20 over 2 games against Holy Cross, and then the first 3 yesterday against UNH before Siobhan Truder finally lit the lamp to make it 3-1. And it's a testament to Aaron Frankel. It's a testament to the Husky blue line. But my goodness, 43 goals, none given up.
We're just trying to come up with new ways to tell you how good this Husky team is. And obviously, you know the scoring streak was going on if you've been paying attention to the team. But when you really break down the numbers of it, it just becomes that much more absurd that you haven't had a team until yesterday score a goal. I mean, there's freak goals. There's ones that goalies just don't see. There's deflections that happen, and so for them to not have one given up in 425 minutes, that's incredible.
Aaron Frankel's been seeing the puck like a beach ball all season as Katie Cipra nearly made it 2. Ava Boudelier sliding pipe to pipe to make the save. Skylar Fontaine joins the rush as Knoll drifted back to the blue line. Cipra again, and she's frozen out by Boudelier for a second time on the shift.
Great play by Boudelier a couple times. There was actually a giveaway just before that first attempt from behind the net.
There goes Lauren McInnes, a wrist shot. Glove save not held and whacked out of danger by Truax.
She must have lost the puck until it was right up on her.
Molly Griffin. She's got 1 goal in her young career. Now skated out by Avery Myers, the North Dakotan. Moves it in, fed one across, and Frankel had to make a save. Backhand chance by Rickwood is turned away as well. It finds its way behind the net where it's taken by Myers, who threw one across. Off the skate of McInnes, and a turnaround shot from Wall never got through. Truax, D to D. Rickwood moves it in. Shot altered by Cipra, taken by Anderson. And Northeastern take a deep breath.
And that's just it. When you're only up 1-0, which a lot of hockey teams, that's the norm, that's what you're content with, but this Husky team has been used to playing with some bigger leads lately. And you have rushes like that, those can all of a sudden really scare you when you know it's just a 1-goal game. Credit to the defense, credit to Frankel for standing up strong there.
Maddie Truax stick handles her way through Warden Sinduris, blew a tire in behind the net. She rang the crossbar in the first. Then had another good chance from the high slot that was patted away by Aaron Frankel. Middleton slips through Jovic, and she throws one to Frankel, who sticks it into the corner. It's another underrated part of Aaron Frankel's game. Her rebound control is absolutely tremendous. Now a giveaway by Middleton. Tessa Ward on the backhand, scores! Northeastern 2, New Hampshire nothing. Time of the goal, 9:42. Tessa Ward's 4th of the season. The Huskies double their advantage, and they can breathe again.
It's just a blur when it happens this quick. I mean, Ward just gets out ahead of the pack. Backhand home. Boudelier, no chance. As she goes top shelf, you see the giveaway there in neutral ice, and that's just the speed of the Huskies. It's Ward. And she's all under control with the finish there. Boudelier has played well, but that was a real tough one by Ward, and great goal, 2-0.
Puck clearly in the net before it came off its moorings. That goal will be unassisted, of course, because of the turnover. Tessa Ward, the senior from Michigan, product of the Lansing Spartans. His father played 10 NHL seasons for 5 different teams. 1988 draft pick of the Quebec Nordiques. Most famous around that time for drafting Eric Lindros in 1991. Of course, did not play a game for them, but when they traded into Philadelphia, they got Peter Forsberg in return. That one worked out okay for both sides. As that puck is iced, Ava Boudelier, she's been really good. She's made 31 saves, only let in 2. One was a power play clapper from Fontaine, and the other was a breakaway.
She's played real well. I mean, she's had a lot of difficult saves she's had to make. She's had a lot of one-on-one chances with really good goal scorers that she's held up on. Just tough to see her give up a second one after playing so well. And Wildcats now in a real hole with just 9.5 to go.
Cross-ice pass, and if Murphy had a left-handed shot, she might have been able to send that one on net. Good look by Mueller, and Murphy does well to hold the zone. Pushed along the end boards by Chloe Arar. Now it's Mueller. Slams on the brakes and just knifing it through. Handling the puck again is the junior from Switzerland, trying to go short side, and Chloe Arar bangs home the rebound. 1 goal through 2.5, 2 goals in less than a minute. Chloe Arar's team leading 11th, and Northeastern up by 3.
Well, this is what can happen with this offense. It's an avalanche. Once it starts, it's hard to stop, and you give them a little momentum. That's why it was so impressive after the first goal earlier that UNH was able to keep them off the board and really play equal with Northeastern for a while there. But here you go. You get a rebound chance for Aurora with really no angle, but she's able to knock it by anyway. And here come the Huskies. 2 straight goals real quick. Suddenly this lead might be insurmountable. 99th career point for Chloe Arar. What an achievement 100 points in a career is, and she will no doubt get it. She could get it tonight as a junior. It's been a day of milestones here at Northeastern. On the women's basketball team, Stella Clark picked up her 1,000th career point in a sterling 27-point outburst against one of the best teams in the CAA in the Towson Tigers. Good to see her get to that number. For Stella, we and I have both covered that team too, and in this weird year, it was uncertain for a little while whether she'd get there, so we're happy to see Stella get to 1,000.
And one of the things that she told us after the game was it was so vital for her to get it at home. And if it weren't for a couple of free throws with less than a second left on the clock in a game that had already been decided, she would have gotten it down at UNCW next weekend. So a great moment for her. She told us after she had goosebumps. It's what you live for in sports, and we'll see if Chloe Arar can join that milestone club here today. Skylar Fontaine backhand is blocked by Avery Myers. The men's hockey team as well swept UNH. Game winner from Aiden McDonough late in the third yesterday, 5-4 victory. And then, of course, Bill Cohen tying Jim Calhoun's program record for wins. Jerusik along the wall.
Pretty impressive name to tie.
Yeah, I'd say so. McInnes' shot is blocked, and this is one thing that hasn't changed for New Hampshire. They continue to plug up the lanes.
Yeah, their defensive game plan hasn't switched. The problem is...
Oh, Sinduris floats one in. That's the second of the year for her, and as wonderfully as Boudelier has played today, that's one she's going to want to have back.
Yeah, and I was just going to say the defensive game plan hasn't switched. The problem is that the Huskies are able to beat them with the speed most times. That time was not speed for Sinduris, but sometimes when you start to find it, you really start to find it. I mentioned this earlier multiple times. They've had 5 straight games with 5 goals. It goes off of the glove there of Boudelier and just trickles over. I didn't think there was any shot they would have a chance at 5, but all of a sudden with 7.5 to go, they're 4-0. They have really turned it on here in the third.
Second of the year for the one they call Mickey. That ties a career high for her. Now Peyton Anderson looking to join the action as she's bodied down by Siobhan Truder. Carried in by Brianna Brooks, and this is now 2 games in a row for New Hampshire against Northeastern, where the scoreline really hasn't been indicative of how they've played for much of the contest.
I was going to say that too. Boudelier's not going to get nearly enough credit for how she played for most of this game. We're going to get a penalty here. We're also going to get a break.
Into the box will go Siobhan Truder for body checking. Northeastern erupting in the third. They lead by 4.